Hello, everyone, and welcome to another riveting episode of Was That in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. I'm going to be one of your guests, and my name is going to be Chandler Phillips. And with me, as always, is another one of your hosts.
Well, you know what they say. Just call me James. Chandler?
Today, we got a super fun episode in honor of the Knicks in the playoffs and how exciting and electric the city of New York has been on account of it. This theme's episode is called Shooters Gonna Shoot, where we have a collection of little shooters that I got on a whim at a local liquor store.
A whim?
Put them in this little helmet.
This one
here.
too? Oh, I left one in the fridge.
You should
I'll get
go-
it. I'll
go
get
right-
it. I'll get it.
Hurry.
Keep them entertained.
Hurry. So we got here this bucket helmet. All right. We're going to mix up all the things. And then as we're kind of going through, we're going to periodically reach into the bucket. And then whatever shot you shoot is the shoot you're going to shot. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So whatever you get, you got to shoot.
Exactly. That's the vibe. That's the game that we're playing. See, usually with basketball, you're going to shoot something into the bucket. But this time we're shooting something out of the bucket.
It's out of the bucket, into the glass, into our mouths. There's like 2 extra steps there, but it works for me.
You know what? And that's what we call a bank shot. So before we get into it, remember to like, comment, and subscribe for all of your Was That in Good Taste, your Behind the Bars, and your The Tasting Tables episodes, adventures, and mishaps. All right, so first on the docket, we're playing basketball.
We're playing basketball in reverse.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. And we're going to talk about the game. So, hey there, guy, don't be lame. We're going to shoot the ball. We're going to have some fun. And maybe we'll be the number one. Go Knicks. James, have you ever been like a basketball fan? Like, have you ever watched the sport?
So, I obviously, you know that I've been to a few Nets games due to proximity to Barclays Center.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's spitting distance.
Yeah, there it is. I've gone to a Knicks game about twice, but I find that I only am interested in basketball around playoffs, around when they're doing the special tournaments.
Oh, the
You know what I
special
mean?
tournaments are fun.
Those are always so fun. They're in Abu Dhabi. It's like, they're playing basketball on the graves of the indigenous people who live there, who died to build the basketball stadium.
In Abu Dhabi? I didn't know they had like a colonization issue. I figured they were just like, we're like when you say, sorry, the way you made it sound was like, oh, they went and enslaved all the indigenous people to make the courts, where it's more of like a class issue.
Oh,
than
no,
it is
yeah.
like
It's like, hey, come here. We're going to pay you pennies.
Yeah.
And as you perish, we're just going to pave you over.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same.
I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's just less of like they're a one ethnicity and we're I feel like it's more homogenized.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah,
I think that's the thing where it's, if you're going to do capitalist exploitation, you might as well do it to your own people, because that's at least somewhat moralistic.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. Listen, the reality is that, they were damn near sacrificed.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I feel
Original
like
thought.
this
Original
sports
thought.
talk is going to be real fun.
I know.
And not at all like undermined by like, oh, well, the pay disparities in the NBA.
Okay.
and the NCAA.
Let's pretend that none
Uh-huh.
of that stuff is there. Okay. Let's forget that in sports that there's a class and a race thing, and let's it is.
Yeah,
What night does basketball come on?
Whenever the fuck they want. They play so many games.
It's any
Right.
night of the week.
Right now, it's been Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Right.
No.
It's a Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday, or Friday. Right.
Right? Something
And
like
they're
that.
shooting the ball right now.
Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
I'm watching LeBron getting Stephen A. Smith's face. You know what I'm saying?
That's not even the game. That's just like off court drama.
It was on the court. It was
Well-
half on the court, half off the court.
But the context of it is off the court.
If you say so. You see the way LeBron is playing? I think he's angry. He has to work himself up. Stephen A. Smith, he's
Angry.
talking
I
about
think
my
he's
son.
tired. I think he's just like, dude, this is a sport for people who are like ages 15 to 34.
Oh, here goes the ageist. You're gonna say our goat can't play anymore. You're gonna say he can't jump.
I'm saying even the oldest goats lose cartilage in their knees.
Okay, well that's why he's been. I'm about to hit you with the statistics. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why he is one of the longest playing players. But in this last few seasons, he has played some of the fewest games, but per game minute the highest. So where Jordan would played more games,
Yeah.
right? Like Jordan played more games.
Yeah.
He played less minutes on the court. Whereas LeBron is playing less games, but when he's there,
All I'm saying is let the dude retire.
no,
feel
dance
like
for me.
Just let him fucking retire.
You want me to cast aside the exploitation of the sport, and then you want me to respect the athlete's
Let
body?
Let him fucking go back to like being a guest appearance on an Amy Schumer movie. Let him fucking let him live his life, you know? I get that like, oh, this is cool. He gets to play on the same team as his son. That's some really cool father son bonding.
I mean, yeah, that's good. That's cool.
Oh, sure. It's only nepotism if like they make more money than you.
You think he's balding because the Knicks are in the playoffs?
I think he's balding because he's an
Not
aging
balding, not balding.
Balding?
Yeah, he's sitting there seething. He's balding too, but he's sitting there seething. The
I don't
Knicks
think
are in the
I've
playoffs.
ever heard the word malding.
Because you're not chronically online.
What does that even mean?
Don't make me look it up, okay? I'm not doing it.
Oh, he's over there gooning because he can't get in the game.
Oh my
No.
God, don't say the G word. It's not hockey. There are no goons in basketball.
Then tell
and
me
I
what
thought you
Dennis
were
Rodman-
the one.
Tell me what Dennis Rodman was, huh?
Okay.
That's his whole
Wasn't he a
arc.
power forward?
No,
He's
was
a center.
power bottom.
Oh my God, with the earring too, right? I agree. Listen. So let's play the game.
All
Let's
right.
play the game. I'm here to
First
play.
up,
Hold on.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
I'm
We're taking
planning-
shots.
I'm being Shaq. You're gonna have to make a whole new system because I'm gonna break the game.
No, this is a free throw. So this means
Oh my God.
try not to miss it.
Oh my God. Don't do that.
Oh no, you gotta just reach in.
Okay.
It's blind.
Oh,
The sky hook.
I couldn't take that one. I just know what it was. Oh, damn. I'm kind of upset now
What'd you get?
because I know what I want. Shit. I know what I understand now.
I shouldn't have shown you what they were beforehand.
Fuck.
Because to be honest, I smoked a joint before going into the liquor store to get these.
Don't stop saying that.
And I would have forgotten what I got.
Stop saying those words.
What? Liquor store?
No, that other one. Stop. Do I have to do the whole thing?
You think you? All right, I'll give you 2 points if you do half, 3 points if you do the whole. Wow. Whoa. Oh. Oh my. Ballin'. What is it, James? What did you drink? What did you taste?
I drank it.
Oh yeah. So what we have here is Fernet liqueur by R. Jelinek. They also did I think they're part of the same group who did the Slivovitz brandy, or at least the distributors for that. So they're just they're a Czech-based liqueur and spirits manufacturer. And this is their version of Fernet. If you want to learn more about Fernet, it was on our last episode where we did the Ferrari Americano.
The Ferrari Americano.
Ferrari Americano.
Oh, no. Crocodile bombadil. Oh, no. Cappuccino ballerino. No.
No.
Red Bellina. Wait, what is it? It's like Red Bellina. Damn it.
Nicotina.
Oh, yeah. You want the liquor? No. Want the alcohol? No. Policia. Anyway. Oh, God. Yeah, so Fernet. Oh, did you explain it?
It's an herbal liqueur, and it features key herbs like eucalyptus and menthol.
Yeah. I like it. Here's the thing.
What do we think? Was it a
You're
bank?
not
Was
really,
it a swish?
You're not really supposed to shoot just a whole bottle
Yeah.
it's I like it a
No.
lot. I do like it, but I feel like this is probably what people feel like when they taste Campari, where I like it.
Did you just baby barf?
No, that was
Did
a
you just-
burp.
Did you have a little?
Please don't. No, that was a burp.
You just have a little.
Please stop. Oh God. No, I'm
Well,
dealing with
kind of like-
the It's like it tastes like I took a bottle of spices
Yeah.
into my mouth, like some clove.
Yeah.
Like you know what it is? There's
like
clove
you just
in,
like
there's clove in
did
here.
a swallow of Angostura.
Yeah, isn't that one of their featured? One of the featured.
Probably.
Yeah. It's one of them is clove.
I think so.
It tastes like I'm chewing on cloves, which honestly is not bad. But obviously, what Fournette
Chewing
goes
on
into.
cloves and rolling on dubs.
Fournette goes into.
A variety of things. One of which is a Ferrari Americano. We already talked about that one. Now I'm trying to think of literally anything else. I honestly cannot come with anything else that Fournette usually goes. But it does have things.
It
It's just
does.
like-
I just couldn't remember. That's why I asked you.
Oh, it's just like it's wild and out of pocket things that you're like, what? Why?
But this is safe though because it's 76 proof, which means 38% alcohol by volume. Pretty good. It's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
One day, I'm gonna be the greatest NBA player in the world.
Bank swish and flick. No, you know what they fucking are. Why are you digging around?
Oh, what? Oh,
what a
wow.
fucking.
Oh man, whoa, that's crazy. I got Ron Zacapa 23 Solera aged Guatemalan rum. That's wild.
I'm so mad.
Wow, that's crazy. So James, what is your relationship to basketball in general? Because as you were saying, you've gone to a couple of Knicks games. You're not super big on the Knicks. Why? What?
I have one
Elaborate.
memory of
Talk.
basketball. It's when I used to live in Harlem, and it's back when the Sega Genesis was out, and I really wanted one. My father told me, if you go to the basketball court, he had a basketball. So my grandmother died of AIDS. And on her deathbed, he moved the light out of your face. In the deathbed, stop, physically move. What are you doing? I'm gonna beat you up. In her deathbed, okay, she gave me a basketball. She signed it, and I took it, and I was like, I'm gonna play every day, and I put it into the closet. So my father came. He pumped it up. He was like, "Here we go." He goes, "If you can make 3 out of 5 free throws, you get a Sega Genesis." I missed 5 out of 5. He was like, "Okay,
Free throws are tough though.
we'll do it again." I didn't do it. He said, "If you get 1 in," I got no basketballs in.
What was your form?
Terrible. Which is interesting because at the time I lived near Rucker Park, which is really well known in the underground basketball community. That's where, what is it, Half Man, Half Amazing cut his teeth, like the,
it's
like the,
where all the big like and one videos were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right next to the Polo Grounds up in Harlem. So I grew up around basketball culture, but I just honestly was not interested because
You couldn't hoop it up nor alley-oop it up.
I wanted to read it. I wanted to read a book. I was more into reading and rapping, standing on the corner, spitting that hot fire.
Said basketball. I don't like that sport. I don't care much about their dribbling on the court. And see, that's what we call free verse.
So I've always liked basketball a little bit, but the sport is good. But mainly when it comes to any sport, I love them all. I find the athleticism obviously to be just like amazing and astounding. I think the strategy of each game, even golf,
the feats of strength,
every sport, like
the
people
aggression.
go, how is golf a sport? Golf is a sport. Golf is. You think you can play golf? I can't play. Go play golf. Go play golf and do well. You
Are
can't.
you challenging me? You were
No,
trying
I'm,
to
not, I'm just saying that sport is sport. Curling, all of it's awesome and really cool, and I personally really really like it. You know what I'm saying? But
you do
the time,
you do value sport.
the time.
I
I don't have that. You have to really. I like pro wrestling, and that's a little bit lower because it's not real. It's storyline based. It's predetermined, so
Are
I
you
can
talking
watch a
about
little bit
the time necessary to
consume.
to watch all of the
Yeah.
sport.
Football has too many commercials. It makes the game take much longer.
Yeah.
Football, soccer is on too late at night or too early in the morning. Basketball, they play a lot of games,
So many.
and so it's really hard to keep up with. Hockey, there's hockey in my area, but there's not a lot of teams. I don't really know what's going on with hockey, and I feel like I'm a little less socially conditioned to just watch more hockey. I like hockey,
I
but
think
like
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
yeah, no, I like cooler. Baseball is probably the sport that I think I've played the most. You know what I mean? I played a
Huh.
lot of baseball, did a lot of pitching.
You played baseball. I actually never knew this about you.
I used to live near Yankee Stadium. I used to go there
Yeah, but
all the
that
time.
doesn't mean you're playing at the field.
Man, be on the
No,
mound.
I lived near Yankee, and they didn't let you on.
I can only pitch a fastball,
Okay.
but it's good.
Yeah?
But it's probably bad now.
You think you throw heat?
Not no more.
You think you should
Can I
strike
be
me
honest?
out?
Can I be real? You know how long it's been? I would need to be taught again. But I used to have a pretty good arm.
You got good fundamentals?
No, seriously, I was doing. What did I
Are
do?
you
I got like
teachable? You coachable?
no. It was 100. It was like 115
Miles
It
per
was like-
hour?
yes. And the bat. No. I'm not joking. But the thing is that it's not good because you can throw a ball fast. That's not the point. I was hitting the ground.
Did you just claim to have a
No,
115
it's like 90.
mile per
No,
hour
I think it was like
fastball?
90. I think it was like 90. What was it?
You
What
think
was it?
you're
No,
telling?
I was like 17.
Are you telling me?
No. Okay.
You had a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
They used to have the
at
little.
age
They used to
17.
no. At 17 or 19, they used to have this little. They used to have the little thing.
Mhm.
Right? And it was not really that high, but it was high. You know how I know it was high? Because I never played baseball before, and I was at the park, and there was this Dominican family there, and they were playing, and they were like, "Oh, do you play?" And I threw the ball. He was like, "Oh, and I threw it, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna show off. So I literally put every inch of my body into this pitch, and then they were like, "Oh shit, like you don't really know how to pitch, but like you're pretty strong." So they were showing me how to
Uh-huh.
throw a fastball.
Okay.
Okay.
All
But-
right.
I didn't nothing else. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Literally they were holding my hand, but I did that for like 4 years.
Are you
Playing with them in this I used to play with them all the time.
in the street or in
No,
a park?
on a mound. Like in the park. They had a whole what?
You're bullshitting
I'm
me.
not.
You are
not.
bullshitting.
I'm not. I swear to God. But literally they don't play like real games though. They would start a game and then like 4 innings in, like all the uncles were drunk and they're over there, and then I'd go to the library. I'm not joking.
You're like, I would only play with them until they all got hammered.
But I was
and
able
too
to throw.
intoxicated
They
to
taught
keep
me how to
playing.
throw a fastball, and so I only did a fastball.
Uh-huh.
And I'm exaggerating about the speed, but it was very fast.
I believe.
You
I
know.
believe.
But I didn't. But like I only know how to do one thing. I didn't understand anything else. They didn't teach me the game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They didn't teach. They play for fun at the park a lot.
Good
Like
for
they
them.
had like a little. Like they
Good
had
for
other people.
them. God,
They
I wish
played
I
two
could do
things.
that.
They played soccer and they played baseball. And when they played soccer, they had enough people for 2 teams.
Yeah.
And every time they played baseball, they had enough people for 2 teams.
They had 18 people?
Yes, every time.
They had 2 full field
Because
teams?
it's Yankee Stadium. And then we would just throw the fucking ball. I'm not fucking joking. And they told me how to throw the fastball.
You got
And I only did the fastball.
So do you got a baseball mitt? Or did you
Not
just
anymore.
Oh.
Not anymore. I did. I did until recently. I gave it to
Oh.
yeah. So I don't have it anymore.
Well, what we can do is I got a basketball tomorrow. I ordered it today.
We're gonna play basketball?
I'm trying to go shoot some hoops.
Okay, we can do that.
I have a
but-
terrible jump shot, but my defense, fucking lockdown defense. If
Yeah.
there's one thing I know, it's how to be an object in the way.
I
It's-
guess. But
I'm-
also, hold on. Isn't 180? Isn't that like pro fastball?
No.
It's like 130.
No.
Well, I thought the record was like 170.
No. Like record is probably like, I don't know, maybe 105.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
Like a 90 to 97 mile an hour fastball is like kind of standard.
That's what I was doing. Whatever that is, I was throwing kind of a fast ball that was like.
in the majors.
Yeah, but you can throw a ball fast.
No,
Doesn't mean you
but
can throw a good ball good. And also, if you can throw only a fastball because somebody showed you how to put all your strength into one thing, that's nothing. What are you gonna do? You're gonna throw fastballs for 15 innings?
But people who have studied the fundamental dynamics of and
No.
have practiced, people who have dedicated their entire lives.
So you're gonna tell me
to
that
they,
you're gonna tell me that there's no people who can? When you fucking talk, people do that all the time. People kick the ball further than the NFL kicker. They tackle harder. They throw farther. But the thing is that that's not fundamental enough. The sport is not throwing the ball hard. The sport is not throwing one pitch, right? The sport is not that. The sport has way more than that because I was playing for 15 minutes sometimes. Okay, I was
Right, but
literally I was getting sore.
but like people
my
still
arm
do
was,
like
hurting.
tryouts, and so like people will put their whole fucking scrote into doing tryout stuff.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't even fucking, whenever they were being nice to me and not trying to steal bases because I couldn't like pivot on my hips to throw the ball fast enough. Okay, so I don't know, like I'm not claiming that I was some sort of,
I'm just picturing you like getting this.
I used to be like, I was like,
Do you think you're fucking rookie of the year?
no, I couldn't pivot my hips. I couldn't twist my hips in the right way to fucking.
If you couldn't pivot your hips, you're not throwing.
No, to throw behind me.
This is insane.
To throw
This
behind
is
me.
insane.
I can pivot my hips, but not to throw behind me.
You said, "Oh, I'm throwing 130."
No, because
Good
look,
grief.
no,
In
it's only 30.
kilometers?
No, it's in kilometers. Yeah, no, for real. It's like 92 miles. But the thing is, I can't see my left eye. So when I go to like this, I have a hard time seeing. I need to wear my glasses. Okay.
I see.
All right. Listen. I'm scared. Shake it up. Take the one I cannot drink out of there, please. Thank you.
Oh, a little sass on that.
Come on.
A little English on that one.
God damn it.
Gosh darn it.
This is not what I wanted.
Shoot.
This is not what I wanted.
So have you been keeping up with the
A little bit.
with the
When I'm not
playoffs?
exaggerating about my baseball.
How do you think? So the last series,
Apple cider whiskey. Can I just say, this is not
Actually,
worth.
I wanna-
This is not worth reviewing.
I just want a little.
This is not worth. There's no reason for me to review this. It's J Seed's all natural, old fashioned apple cider made with whiskey. This is gonna taste sweet, kind of like apple flavoring, and
Yeah.
with a little bit of cinnamon. Okay,
That's
so
exactly what I'm anticipating.
so here we go. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Hold on. Oh, sweet whiskey with apple flavoring and a hint of cinnamon.
delicious.
Oh, what a surprise!
Oh yeah.
Right? It
Oh,
tastes
yeah.
exactly like what you're gonna think it is.
It
Nothing
tastes
too funky.
tastes like a stocking stuffer.
I'll say this though: over ice,
Over ice, a little seltzer,
yeah, a little seltzer, even maybe a splash of juice.
maybe a little bit of cream.
I'm thinking cranberry juice,
I'm thinking half and half, straight from the teat.
pumpkin.
Ooh, that actually sounds
Yeah,
pretty good.
pumpkin.
I
Pumpkin.
would've-
What
I'd
were you
fuck
gonna
with
say
that.
about the sports ball?
About the sports ball? When I was a young warthog,
And dummy the ball.
I
When you were a young warthog.
I loved basketball, and I was like, I'm gonna be a basketball player. I got jump shot. I got tucks. I'm fucking lit at this. And then I was playing like rec leagues and stuff, and I just didn't have the hand-eye for it. Like, here's the thing: I'm very coordinated, but I'm not athletic. Know what I mean? Like, I can spin a basketball on my finger, and I can like dribble, throw, like go through the legs, dribble through, or like bounce it off my knees, like do that kind of. But I can't run up and down the court a whole lot, and I don't have a great shot.
So what you're saying is that we need to make a habit of getting up early-ish, meeting up before we have something to do, and playing pickup games during the summer.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to embarrass ourselves, but I feel like if we play a lot,
and we get real good.
then we'll just improve. Because I feel like because honestly, I've been sitting down here too much, and I need something to do early.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to fucking run yesterday, and my back started spazzing, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sitting down too much.
Yep.
So I need to,
You need
I want to do
stretch.
that. So I'm gonna
You need
I'm
to
gonna start
run and
stretching.
stretch.
Then we'll play. We'll be both a little rusty, We'll probably just do some shootouts, You know what I mean? And then I
Play
think
some horse.
then I think that'll be really good for us to get like really warmed up.
Yeah.
You know?
And then we'll start just taking down teens. We're gonna start, and then we'll start hustling some.
I mean,
And
I could
then-
take down a team
and
because
then-
I could body check him.
Yeah, and just play like old man ball. That's what's cool. You ever watch those videos of like older guys playing, and it's like a totally different style because they're just like, I'm not gonna try to like fancy footwork and drive to the hoop. I'm just gonna fucking throw my ass in your face.
What's the name of the popular white basketball player? The one who the White Mamba.
Yeah, that
He
one.
played. So if you're in New York, you know that Union Square, next to like places like the Comedy Cellar and stuff like that, over in West 4th Street,
Yeah,
there is a basketball court.
or
and-
is it Union Square? No,
No,
it's
I said
Washington.
I said Washington Square. You know, over in West 4th Street or whatever, and they have the basketball. Right now, listen. Hold on. He went there and he played like the top guy and fucking beat the shit out of him,
Yeah,
and the other guy tried to play him dirty,
yeah.
but the White Mamba played dirtier.
That's
You know, but that
when
old
you
man
got a
ball.
dude who's like 6'8", 6'10", who's like bodying up on you and has played the sport professionally.
Yeah.
That's you're not.
Yeah.
I don't care how like. Well, and I've seen clips of the other. I forget what his name.
I know
is,
him with the
too.
beard. With the beard.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
you see the other, and he'll just be like fouling like a motherfucker. And you're
But the
like-
thing is, that
but
works.
But it's like that's street ball, and unless
Yeah.
you call it, and if you call it, you're kind of a little bitch.
If I play somebody young right now, I could beat them because I'll just fucking foul them, and they're not gonna fucking call it 100%. Because
No, the
I'm gonna
real
be-
young, the real youngins,
No, the
they'll
y-
call anything.
I don't
The
care.
youngins,
You just
they're
punk
like-
them.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go back?
Oh,
Oh, you want to go
foul.
back? Oh, we want to go back to the foul line? Okay, go ahead. Oh, yeah. Then when they lose, then when they win, you're like, okay, you won because you were.
Cause you were a fucking.
All right. I need you to dunk, okay? But I need you to do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Don't fuck it. No, you cannot. We both dug around a little bit. No digging.
No. No,
Just
goaltending.
Nope.
Just a clean.
just clean.
All right, just a
All right.
clean.
I'm the ref. You
Just-
can be the ref
just
too.
laying it up. All right. Here's my no look jumper. Wait. Am I I snagged on myself.
Here we go.
No look. Oh.
Goaltending.
Did you just block me?
It's goaltending. All right, just take it. Aha! Yes, motherfucker.
Joke's on you. This is the one I wanted.
I want to splash of that. That is the Jägermeister. Here, stick that on your left. That is the Jägermeister, the cold brew, which is something that we had like 4 years ago that you barely remember.
Yeah.
I know that you barely remember it, and it should be still
Must
cold.
have been good.
And it's interesting because it tastes like coffee. It tastes like Jaeger. This is not as cold as I like it, so it's gonna be a little syrupy. But if I'm correct, coffee on the nose, slightly sweet, a little bit of that. What is
Ooh, made with Arabica coffee and a hint of cacao.
Oh, Arabica. Oh wow, surprise. Because I know they say
What's-
Robusto, but so Robusto coffee, it can be harvested at slightly lower altitudes,
Uh-huh.
and they're a little bit more resilient, and they have more caffeine, but the flavor is not as good as more bitter, right? Because remember, caffeine is a bittering agent, right? You know, in addition to the other factors that contribute to Robusto coffee, that's like Cafe Bustelo, and brands like that are Robusto coffee.
But are they Arabica?
No, so Arabica is what you would go to start. You go to craft coffee shop. Now the thing is, Arabica is not so special.
Is that the one that's harvested from the poop?
No, that's Capiluwak, which I have had,
And
and it just tastes kind of grassy.
interesting.
You know, so have at the Jägermeister, Chandler.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting though, because I don't know. I'm feeling like maybe today that's not working for me.
Huh. Yeah, the coffee really shines through.
Yeah, but I feel like it's having an interesting and strange and odd mix when combined with
The Fernet
The f-
and with the Jaeger.
the Jaeger. With the Jaeger, yes.
That's not bad though. I'm not mad at it.
Listen. Listen. Don't fuck with me. We're here.
I get. Oh, we're body checking.
I'm
We're
fucking
like,
here. I'm
foul
trying to.
line. What is the boxing out, but what's dominate the paint? Oh shit! Wow, damn! And I let him dominate.
Did
the
you
paint
see? Hold on.
and
Did
he
you
penetrated
hold
deep?
on? Did I cheat?
No,
I did not.
I'd say that was clean. It was just
I dominated the fucking. I dominated it.
dominated the paint.
I boxed him out. I
You
reached
drove
in.
to the hole.
We're gonna split it, obviously.
Yeah,
But you have to clean that glass.
yeah,
Or how about I just shoot half of it and then
yeah.
you know what? Since I won,
Ah.
okay. What is these? This is. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
So you can't leave him with an open container. You just can't. He's a danger to himself, and it's interesting that it's plastic. So all right, the Knicks are in their. What, are you gonna Zamboni it? What? Huh?
Explain what I just did.
He just spilt a bunch of whistle pigs, 6-year piggyback, all on the everything.
I always do that because I sat it here.
Wow, it seems like
I sat it here again.
and you fumbled your own rebound. Wow,
God damn
you
it.
drove to the hole, and you just missed.
Well, guess what? I still drank most of it, but I missed it. God damn it. So, the playoffs.
Here's the thing. I haven't rooted for a basketball team in the playoffs since the very early 2000s. This was back when a time when the Sacramento Kings were a good team. They had Mike Bibby, they had Chris Webber, they had Vlade Divac, Peja Stojakovic. They had Doug Christie, they had Bobby Jackson. They had like a lineup. Like everyone on the team were fucking killers, right? They were good, but they weren't all like, wow, that's the guy. They were such a cohesive unit, you know? And they went through the finals, and I got really excited. Then they had their I think it was a game 6 with the Lakers. And they could have won it. They could have won it in that night. And there was one particular play when Mike Bibby had the ball dribbling down the court. They just had to waste some time. He goes, he drives, and Kobe Bryant blatantly drops an elbow onto his nose and gets the offensive foul.
Famous moment in history, basketball history.
And so initially that Mike Bibby's out for a moment, and they're reviewing it, and they're like, no, it's the way he fell, the way the da-da-da-da-da. Lakers ball. They tie it up. They score again. Mike Bibby gets fouled again. He isn't able to make the comeback, and in the next game, they just kind of get blown out, and that was it. That was the night. Later, come to find out that during that finals run, the Lakers, there was a whole documentary about it, the scandal in which the refs were essentially paid off to make some calls that tilted the cards in the favor of the Lakers. And ever since then, I had sworn off watching basketball. And part of that was because the Kings never had a playoff-worthy team since.
I'm about to say it's because you're so fucking moral.
It was sad, and it was so heartbreaking. I was but a child, and I thought, here, my team are going against the behemoth, the dynasty that is Shaq's and Kobe's Lakers.
Absolutely, yeah. The absolute dominant force in basketball at the time, if you're not American, a force, obviously Shaq, who they had to change NBA rules in order to make sure that he didn't dominate, to keep people from doing the Shaq defense, where they just kept fouling him infinitely because he could just stand there.
Yeah, but he couldn't shoot threes. Well, at least, when you just are sent to the line that much.
He only hit 1 3-pointer in his whole career. So he cannot shoot threes.
Damn. Poor
You know,
guy.
and him and Kobe, you know, I think that they were just like a team made in absolute heaven. I think it's important.
But it wasn't just him and Kobe. It was
It's true.
him, Kobe, Rick Fox,
Mhm.
a couple of the other guys that I just can't
Think
think of
of
right
the
now.
other guys.
But like they were there.
It's like the '95 Bulls. You know, it's like you say Jordan, but it's obviously Jordan, Pippen, Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues wasn't on that team.
Oh wait, no, he wasn't.
No, you're thinking.
No,
of,
that's the Clippers. No, that's a long time ago. Okay,
I don't
no,
remember
no,
what
wait, it was Pippen. No, Rodman.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
Dennis Rodman.
why did I say Muggsy Bogues? Yeah, Rodman, Pippen, Jordan. I used to know the whole fucking lineup, you know,
Yeah.
because it was not really just Jordan. They enabled Jordan. And it was the same thing. The Lakers were built.
Team sport.
Yeah, the Lakers were built around Kobe and Shaq, though. That's the reality, is that they really did build like an infrastructure to like, you know, it's crazy. It's
to
crazy.
bolster that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Kobe's mid-range jumper. It was Shaq's domination of the paint.
Yeah.
Anything that came down court, it was just boom. And then people were like, "Oh, well, we just got to get bigger guys." And so in comes Yao Ming. And the Houston Rockets are like, "Now we got Shaq's fucking how tall? We got a 6 foot or a 7'5" dude now who's just gonna fucking put the ball in the basket." And it changed the game. And admittedly, during the dynasty that is Golden State, the Warriors, there's like kind of a proxy, like it's like seeing your younger sibling do significantly better than you.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like San Francisco to Sacramento, you're like, Sacramento, that's us. But San Francisco, it's like that's them, but it's kind of us. Like I see myself in them, you know? And if anyone's going to bring home a championship, I would rather it be close, you know? Like I don't want to see the Lakers. Anyone but the Lakers, really, is kind of where I was. And to this day, I will vehemently root against most Los Angeles-based teams.
I mean, it's the same thing. I think when I was a kid, I liked wow, I don't even know what their name is anymore because I hated them for so long.
The Charlotte
Not the
Hornets.
Patriots, not the Patriots. I'm talking about football for a second because this is important, right? Not the Patriots. Fucking Texas. The
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys for a long time.
Still can't
when,
stand the
when I
Dallas
was when I
Cowboys.
was a youth, right? You know what I mean? Like there was a period where I was so into the Dallas Cowboys
You were a Cowboys
because
fan?
I think a lot of people. I mean, I was a child. I liked things that were popular, but I think
Oh,
that when you start to
God.
learn about the funky stuff that happens, it just like makes you interested, and that kind of happened with the Yankees in baseball
Uh-huh.
in New York, where people.
Well, you get these franchises that just pump so much money into the franchise that it kind of ruins the sport because it becomes a pay-to-play kind of thing. And like, yeah, I guess you have the freedom to try to enhance your franchise the best way you can. But at a certain point, you're just kind of rigging the system in your favor. And we see that now, but it kind of feels like there have been enough wrenches thrown into the conventional gaming philosophy that just getting the best players doesn't necessarily ensure.
It did for a while.
It did for a while.
It did for a while, but that ended
uh,
up kind of just like falling apart because I think that you know you can't just spend the money to win. Spending money to win actually does not work. You think it works.
looking at you, Lakers, who did the fucking Jokic.
I think it's the same thing.
Trade
I mean, the
and the-
Yankees have had that problem for a while now, where you know the Yankees are spending their money, and it's not the players, right? You know,
No, a player doesn't make a team.
yeah. But I think it's
But it
like,
comes to coaching, it comes to staffing, it comes to, it's not even the money that you put in it, but it's the actual, like the way the players feed off of each other.
Mhm.
And also it's kind of comes down to a game by game basis.
I
And-
think that a lot of these teams that don't have the money, that don't have the infrastructure, once they really realize, because I think there was a period where these teams were spending money and it was surprising people. And it's like, whoa, you're dropping this, you're doing this. Now they know. So like, you know, it's hard. It's easy to counter when your goal is to spend money, and it's like, okay, so you can buy all the first round picks and all that shit, and then we'll just go and find the people who are really good that you don't think about, and then And it's
then
just
we'll
as competitive.
But I think that's what has people so juiced about the Knicks doing so well right now, and that in general, the teams that we're seeing in the NBA Finals right now are not necessarily the ones who are shelling out millions of dollars on players,
hmm
but they're the ones who have truly found a synergy within their team that like the things just click. And I think that's also kind of an important thing. It's a reflection of where we would like to see ourselves. And I think sports in general, sports and circuses are these fantastical kind of spectacles. But in most cases, we get the most excited not when people are like doing bad or crushing or dominating, but when we see a certain synergy amongst these players that make us believe in teamwork and cooperation, and thinking that like it doesn't matter if you have the best players, as long as you know who your vital assets are and how to support and how to ask for support when you're need, like those kinds of things I think are so important about sports.
You'd be so mad. I want to yes and, but I have to yes but only because the New York Knicks are the most money making franchise in the NBA. They spend they
Bullshit.
spend
They cannot be the
Do you know
most
why?
money making
no, you know why? It's
franchise.
Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, their fucking rights are fucking crazy.
You think that franchise, you
No,
think
no,
the
for real.
Knicks are making more
I'll tell you something. You're gonna no,
than
no.
the
I didn't say they were the, but I said they are a money making franchise.
You said they were the
Okay, I think they are. I think they are the. I think they're. No, I think if I'm correct, I think.
they're the
No, no.
Knicks.
Can I be honest? I think the Knicks make more from tickets than any other team. It's because it's in Manhattan. Have you been to a Knicks game? Okay, it's like going to T-Mobile Arena. Okay, yeah, you're like, how did UFC beat the record gate? And they only had 300 people show up in an arena that can fit 2,000 people. It's because the fucking tickets at Madison Square Garden are absolutely the most expensive. But the best part of everything is that at the end of the day, the best thing about sportsmanship is that it really comes to a tie when between friends, because I can't drink that.
Yeah,
So we both get,
we both got to shoot these.
you know, I have the Belvini 12. This is the double wood. Oh, I love the double wood. This one is in two different casks. This one is in the regular cask, and this one is also, I think, in a wine cask, right? Or
They do a bourbon and then they do a sherry.
yeah, I fucking remembered. I remember distinctly because I think the bourbon casking gives this up front something. It's like nice. You get a little bit of that cherry, you get a little vanilla. But the sherry, I love the sherry cask.
Sherry, baby.
I think it gives a complexity to this. We've had this before. Which one? This is the Midnight Moon?
This is the Old Smoky Moonshine.
Old Smoky.
Banana pudding. I don't know. It looked interesting, and every time I'd gone into this place, I wanted to try it. So now we got Old Smoky
Can I smell it?
Moonshine. Yeah, you can smell it. You can old smoke it.
Isn't this is Midnight Moon? It's the same company.
I think so.
They just changed their name.
Yeah.
I still have a bottle of Midnight Moon, the apple pie one.
Is it the same company?
I think it is because that one disappeared and this one appeared.
Yeah, they might have just done a
Oh,
whole.
that smells really nice and banana. The only problem is it has milk in it, and I don't drink
Yeah.
milk. But it is their
This is gonna fuck
moonshine,
me
which is
up.
it's like a corn liquor, right? You know,
Yeah.
yeah. It's clear. This one is flavored. It's a little sweetened with banana flavor.
Banana pudding.
And this, of course, I didn't mention it's Scotch. It's Scotch whiskey, which means that it comes from Scotland. They don't have the same type of legislation and stuff around making Scotch the way that we have around making bourbon. So that's why this is the double wood, and also this is 12.
Whoa.
Oh, it's 12 years. Okay, I'll have some and I'll give you the other half,
Oh.
and I'm not gonna spill it
Aw.
because I did spill that
Aw.
because I fucking put the glass and I sat the.
You knew exactly what you did wrong. So anyway, it's been a pleasure to see what a city looks like when a team is succeeding, and having been bartending more frequently at a sports bar, tips are significantly better when a team's doing well. And that's kind of crazy, is how much like good sports, especially when your city's team is winning, how much that can affect just the overall vibe of an area. And I haven't been a part of, well, I experienced that a little bit in Las Vegas with the Vegas Golden Knights' first Stanley Cup run, only to be demolished by the what was it? The Capitals, and who's now Ovechkin, who's now a hockey Hall of Famer on account of his goal scoring, all of that. Anyway, what were we saying?
How does it taste?
Victory, delicious.
No, the fucking the
Banana pudding.
That banana pudding.
I thought it was gonna be more banana-y, very creamy, very puddingy. Almost tastes a little bit like that kind of banana bubble gum kind of.
The most money making franchise is the Golden State Warriors.
Who would have thought? The teams that win make more money.
Excuse me, but I think. Oh wait. I think I miss New York Knicks.
What?
2023. I was right.
No
100
fucking
is
way.
because it's the most. It's because
No
it's New York.
fucking
It's because
way.
the tickets are crazy. I promise you, I didn't make it up. The New York Knicks, even when they were losing for years, were making more money than the Lakers.
That's insane.
It's New York. It's just it's literally just because they're in New York City. Without exaggeration, it's because they're in
Wow.
New York City.
They were making that much money and they couldn't buy a better team.
That's why I said that, because I think people misunderstand the amount of money that the New York Knicks make. Because the truth is that with 169 million, right? And it's like, oh yeah. Second most valuable team, an NBA team.
But that doesn't mean they're putting that money back into developing.
6.6 billion. They bought in, this is 2022, 504 million. 2022, New York City was still mostly closed because of the pandemic, and you couldn't even go to fucking basketball games. Okay? And they still, okay?
Also, New York fans are fucking insane. Like, okay, here's the thing. People be like, oh, Philly fans, oh, Boston fans. The Northeast in general, people don't know how to fucking act. Like,
That's true.
You start winning a little bit, and the entire, like, if no matter where in the Northeast you're from, give it Pennsylvania, give it New England, New York, any of them, and it's just fucking titty bonkers.
Bro, as of November 19th, 2024, and this is, I'm gonna make sure I cite this correctly. Okay, as of 2024, as of Forbes, their global 200. Okay, the number one team in value is the Golden State Warriors, up 14%, with their operating income being about 142 million. That's not revenue. Okay, the New York Knicks operating income is $182.
Damn, they
82
spend
million.
so much money on just operations.
Yeah, 100%. The revenue, but it's also up 14%. The New York Knicks has been making more money the last 5 years, even during the pandemic. Tickets in Madison Square Garden are so ridiculous. All you know is because of wrestling, because Madison Square Garden, wrestling companies don't go there. They don't not go there because, I mean, partially because WWE has the contract with them
Yeah.
where it's like a month. You can't go there within a month of a WWE show.
Huh.
And WWE will definitely go there just to stop you from doing it.
Right.
But also TV rights out of Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah.
And union rights.
Even when the Knicks were awful, they would still be on TV, which is so fucking irritating.
Yeah, that's because Madison Square Garden is extremely
MSG.
expensive. You know, number 3, Los Angeles Lakers, 7.1 billion, up 11%. This is through 2025. Boston Celtics, again, this is via the Forbes 200.
That's crazy. The top 5 are from what state?
Let's see. So we have
So,
Boston, Massachusetts. We got California. 3 California. Whoa.
whoa.
Is California so big?
Huh.
The Clippers, the Lakers, and the Warriors.
Got to give a little California love,
Yeah,
over
I mean,
here.
California is one of the fucking biggest infrastructures in the entire planet. So obviously, it makes sense because it's a large.
Dude,
you
the
know,
operations for their 3 major basketball teams alone,
yeah,
pay for all of
kind of
Kansas's
sucks though that
healthcare.
like they're not making individually each more than like the Knicks. I feel like the Bulls. I can't believe the Bulls are still making that much money.
The Bulls.
Are you kidding me? But if you look at the actual amount, so operating income, Golden State Warriors $142 million. That's because the Warriors for a long time were a team that was not good, and so
Oh yeah, they
so
were nothing
they-
for the longest time.
they know how to work in kind of a slim budget. And you're thinking their value is $8.8 billion. That's because they were winning, right? Their operating income at $142 million. I bet you that's as slim as you can get it. I bet you that's as slim as they can get it because New York Knicks has bloat $182 million, but they until this year have really, really, really struggled. Every time they get into the playoffs, right? They fucking fall off. They went into a wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They trip over their feet. The Lakers, I'm be honest, the Lakers as a winning team, being one of the winningest teams, you would think, but actually they've been falling apart as well when it matters, right? So if you fall apart when it matters, then it doesn't matter in sports.
They've also spent a lot of money on their players, so I don't know how much. Wait.
Oh, the Nets are top 10.
Wait. Who's negative?
Oh yeah, so that's,
Wait. They're hold on.
Where was that? I
Oh,
saw
the
that.
Milwaukee Bucks oh wait, the Phoenix Suns negative 14
What
million.
the fuck? But it's up 8% and it's 4.3 billion.
They're in a deficit.
But I'll be honest, I see why that's happening. They're probably spending a lot because they're top 12. Right? And trying to break into the top 10 because the minute you get to the top 10, you'll notice that the amount that's spent it jumps into the hundreds of millions.
Yeah.
Except for the Nets, which is the lowest team in the top 10. Only $43 million operating budget.
What is this list actually organized by?
This is organized. No, so this is based on
Like
this is from it was from the Forbes from so far
okay.
from the 2024-2025 NBA season.
Uh-huh.
And this is in regards to the amount of it's just like the most earning is in the period. So
okay.
the Golden State Warriors had made the most in the period.
And they're up 14.
But they're up 14%.
But wait,
everybody's up. But everybody's
the
kind of
Celtics.
But the
are
Celtics,
up 28%.
that means that they were probably like levels. They were probably at 6.
The Celtics have been a winning team too.
Yeah, but this is not about winning, really. Like Golden State
you're right.
Warriors, it makes sense that they'd be number 1 because they were winning a lot.
They were winning a lot recently.
Yeah. But I think that they've been spending a lot. I think the Warriors for a decade now have actually been putting a lot of money into the infrastructure. They've been spending a lot of money. They won.
This is interesting. I want to circle back because I know we're
We're running out of time.
But I want to circle back to the actual fans because again, you see 1, 2, 3 of these top ranked teams of performance during the most recent season are California teams. Now, whenever you hear about, if this team wins, their city's gonna get trashed, what city do you think of?
LA
What? You think LA first?
or Philly.
I think Philly first.
I mean, here's the thing. LA,
I think like, Philly's gonna trash their city.
New York.
New York's gonna trash their city.
But the problem is New York doesn't win. So
Boston's gonna trash their
okay,
city.
actually, I lied. Boston.
Oakland will trash it, but no one's in Oakland anymore. So,
Boston's number 1.
yeah,
Boston. They be hanging cars from flagpoles.
yeah.
How do you and a bunch of people connect a car to a flagpole and haul it up?
If your team has green as one of the main colors, if you win, then you're more than like if you win a championship, it is more than likely that your fandom will do some like outlandish borderline riot type stuff.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Shooter's gonna shoot. And you could say like, LA went crazy but no, the only LA riots were due to an unjust judicial and police authority. That's what caused the LA riots, not the fucking Lakers.
Rodney King. Oh, Chandler. I think I didn't like that. I think I like the regular Jägermeister better.
Yeah. Why did that?
It tastes like it was in the fridge, but
Why
open.
did that kind of taste like a fart?
What, the Jägermeister?
No, the Belvini.
I think you're tasting the Jaeger.
I tasted out the bottle.
I think the Belvini tasted great.
You thought the Belvini? I think it kind of tasted like a fart.
No, I tasted the fucking Jägermeister. It tasted like a fart. So I'm wondering if it affected your palate because I just took a sip after, and it tasted disgusting. Okay.
Mayhaps.
We're running out of time. We went long. But we were having a good time. We were shooting it out. Here's a question for you: what is your favorite sports ball team? Sports bat team? Sports stone team?
Puck.
Sports puck team?
Go fuck yourself.
Sports discus team?
You know, I also think it's kind of funny and kind of neat how New York teams, except for football needs to get with it. But how New York teams will always have at least one team whose colors are blue and orange.
Always. I mean,
Always.
because
it's the flag.
yeah.
But like, I love that unity. Like, I love that. That's just such a, and there is
the Nets are interesting about that, huh?
huh?
The Nets are interesting, huh?
The Nets, yeah.
Yeah, they're interesting because they weren't, but they also weren't a New York team, right?
They were Jersey for
Yeah.
the longest time.
That's probably why they do that.
Well, and then the Yankees too are their own thing, because when the Yankees started, there was still two other teams in New York. There was the Dodgers, who were blue, and the Giants, who were black and orange. And so you just had all those colors kind of intermixed, and that was just baseball. Baseball is baseball. But you got the Islanders, you got the Knicks, you got the Mets. And I love that, like, there's kind of like a down the line voting if you're a sports fan in New York.
Mm-hmm. Oh, obviously.
Where it's like you can be Yankees, but like if you're Yankees, you're a Rangers fan. Like, you're not going to be a Mets and a Rangers fan. You're going to be Mets, Islanders.
I mean, I'm a Yankees, Rangers. I appreciate the Mets though. That's the problem.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. I've been.
But
lately,
that's because you live here. Like people not from New York who are Yankees fans will shit on the Mets, and it's like you don't know the history.
Yeah. It's not the same.
You're not sibling. Like, you don't understand. It's more of like a
Subway
cousin.
series.
Yeah, it's the Subway series.
7 games. Woo! You know. Yeah.
Knicks in 6, baby. I do love watching sports. And I like being a part of the. I thought it was kind of funny. Well, not funny, actually really sad and kind of depressing. Your relationship with your father through sports, and I think that's kind of.
I thought it was funny. Well, actually, not funny. Depressing.
But I think a lot of guys' relationships to sports initially stems from their relationships with their fathers.
Yeah.
And I think when it comes down to it, I like playing most sports.
Because you love your dad. Okay, I get it. Guess what?
But I don't like I get too bored watching it because there's too much silence, and I want to talk about like us.
Oh my God. Anyway, Dads in Sports coming next. That's it. We made it. Last time we were over 1 minute, and I couldn't post it on TikTok.
Oh God.
So that's it. That's it. We're done. If you want to find out more, you know what to do, which is go to anywhere you're watching this. If that's Spotify, if that's YouTube, if that's Google Music, because it's on there as well. If it's Amazon Podcasts, make sure you find the other episodes of Was That in Good Taste. My name is Just Call Me James.
And I've been Chandler Phillips.
I didn't want to end this abruptly, but we're running out of time. You know what it is. Can I say I'm so lucky. I appreciate you. I love you. And you know what they say? Drinking isn't required, but
it is recommended.
It is recommended. We just made it. We just made it. We just made it.